Oh, I don't even know. This is the Trump administration is so goddamn bizarre, man. They really are. Apparently, wiretapping in quotations is different than normal wiretapping without quotations, according to the apartheid regime of Trump's administration. All right. You got Sean Spicer, okay, the press secretary for the Trump administration, trying to break down the tweets that Donald Trump did back in March the 4th, trying to do a spin campaign against the shit that was going to come down with the Russia information and how he got selected by the Russians, and Jeff Sessions is already in hot fire, et cetera, et cetera. So they did a goddamn diversion plan by doing these random ass tweets on March the 4th and getting their news from Breitbart, a white supremacist alt right media arm, okay, that makes up white supremacist propaganda for Trump's administration and these white supremacist groups such as alt right, et cetera, separatist groups, things of that nature. Um, Listen, man, this is almost like satire. It's like they are making a mockery of the press, the presidency, and the citizens, if you want to say we're citizens, especially black people, because technically we're not. But for the sake of conversations, the citizens of the United States, they're just making a mockery all around. You know, we have to deal with this for 4 years. So I mean, I saw this story. When I first saw this story, I was laughing hysterically. I'm like, this dude really is breaking down that wiretapping doesn't really mean wiretapping, according to Donald Trump. It meant something else. All right. So I'm gonna talk about this family and give you guys my thoughts and commentary on this. This is just bizarre, sad, and funny at the same time. It really is. It really is, man. So before I get into that, family, if you're tuning in, watching me for the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist. On this channel, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect black people collectively as a group. And I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system of racism, which is white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you are new and you agree to that ideology, please subscribe to this channel. If you don't agree, subscribe anyway, because I need two things: my view counts and my subscribers to go up, so my message can be widespread about replacing this broken system of injustice with the system of justice. So if you want to hate watch or troll, be my guest, because at the end of the day, those types of people are just view counts and statistics. All right, so like I said, family, Spicer, Sean Spicer, tries to explain that wiretapping, that the tweets that the Twitter finger tweets that Trump sent out back on March the 4th doesn't really mean wiretapping. I'm gonna play the video, family, and give you guys my commentary on this, because this is just hilarious. Let's play it right now.
And I think if you look at the president's tweet, he said very clearly, quote, wiretapping, in quotes. There's been substantial discussion in several reports. The Red Bear from Fox, from John's, on March 3rd, talked about evidence of wiretapping. There's been reports in the New York Times and the BBC and other outlets about other aspects of surveillance that have occurred.
Okay.
The president was very clear.
Okay, your source is Breitbart. That's your only goddamn source. Breitbart is your media arm for Trump's apartheid neo-Nazi presidency. His administration. That's where you get your sources from. That's why I was quoted. It was quoted wiretap, because your source was Breitbart.com. All right, and Steve Bannon a full-fledged white supremacist who supports a alt-right novel that the alt-right and these white supremacists, alt-right and you know, groups, etc., read these books, all right, that support their ideology. So that's exactly where you get that from, all right?
His tweet that it was, wiretapping, that spans a whole host of surveillance types of options. The House and the Senate Intelligence Committees will now look into that and provide a report back. He doesn't really think that President Obama went up and tapped his phone personally. I think, but I think there's no question that the Obama administration, that there were actions about surveillance and other activities that occurred in the 2016 election. That is a widely reported activity that occurred.
Well, hold up, man. I gotta stop this shit. I have to stop it. So, you really can't explain that dumbass shit, man. Like, really. Because he name dropped Obama in his tweets. And I'm gonna go back and get these damn tweets that Trump said about Obama wiretapping, all right, during his campaign last year. All right. He mentioned Obama's name several times. All right? Several damn times. It's hilarious, man. It's just hilarious. It really is. Okay, so there you go. All right. How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon Watergate. Bad or sick guy. Okay. All right. That's his tweet. Is it legal for a sitting president to be wiretapping a race for president prior to an election? Turned down by court earlier, a new low. Oh man, this. How do you explain that, Sean Spicer? So I guess when you want to break that down, he didn't really mean Obama. He was talking about Obama's clone brother. That's what he was talking about. An imaginary fictional Obama. Just make shit up in your goddamn alternative universe because you present alternative facts. All right? Let me finish playing the video. This is hilarious.
Back then, the president used the word wiretap in quotes
yeah,
to mean broadly surveillance and other activities during that. And that is, again, something, it is interesting how many news outlets reported that this activity was taking place during the 2016 election cycle, and now are wondering where the proof is. It is many of the same outlets in this room that talked about the activities that were going on back then.
Breitbart is the master of spin. They're the master of diversion. All right. They're the master of just red herrings. Right. They're the master of all of that kind of stuff. Ad hominems. They just divert your attention away from things. They try to. People, again, the quote, stay woke or whatever. Don't be fooled by these diversion tactics by Breitbart, Steve Bannon, and his white supremacist apartheid administration, all right, for Donald Trump. The focus is Russia, okay? The Democrats are they're actually not trying, they are investigating, and they're pulling out evidence right now about Russia's ties to the presidential selection last year to help get Donald Trump selected to become president of the United States. All right. So nothing is being diverted by tweeting out or actually coming up and going on to talking with the media, the mainstream media, and talking about Obama wiretap the election process last year, et cetera, right? But you're diverting the attention away from the fact that your administration was helped by Russia to get selected. All right. Jeff Sessions is already under fire. Michael Flynn is already under fire. They were lying about having conversations with Russia officials and ambassadors. These things actually happen. All right. So, I mean, Breitbart, Steve Bannon, you guys are great at spinning stuff. Richard Spencer and you know, white supremacists out there and media arms who present all of these alternative reality news, right? You're the master of diversion tactics, red herrings. That's what you guys specialize in. I'm not fooled by that at all. Whatsoever. I'm not fooled whatsoever. I stay exactly where the target is, and the smoking gun, if you will, is Russia. And the evidence will come out. What will happen? We will see. All right. But because we live in a system of racism, white supremacy, nothing's going to surprise me as to what happened. If let's say there's a mountain of evidence that supports Russia's ties to getting Donald Trump selected, Steve Bannon and his white supremacist apartheid administration will find a way to spin it into something else. Another diversion, red herring tactic. That's what they specialize in. All right. That's exactly what they specialize in. So, again, I mean, this dude talked about, he didn't mean Obama wiretapped anything. He was just talking about in general, but yet he mentioned Obama's name firsthand in several tweets. How about you tell Donald Trump not to goddamn tweet and get on social media? The man is 70 years old, still making babies at 60. I mean, he got an 9-year-old son. This dude is still procreating, having babies. Okay? Still ain't show your taxes. All right? You got so much racism and history behind you, how you got elected, or excuse me, selected. Okay? It's just so much takes. Misogynist, xenophobia, you name it. He has all of those titles that he holds right now, and you white supremacists made him president. You guys must be well. You guys are extremely happy. Obviously, you guys are extremely happy. Cutting funding to HUD and Section 8, right? Things of that nature. Already destroying or trying to destroy or continuing to destroy the black woman and the black family. And the black family has already been on life support since the 60s. I already broke that down in several videos, but he understands. The Trump administration understands. Steve Bannon understands it. Sean Spicer understands that white is right according to them. Okay. And Steve Bannon, I talked about this in previous videos also. Steve Bannon loves and understands what it is to have white people classified as white or Caucasians, to separate themselves from other ethnic groups, which is why the book that he loves and understands is The Camp of Saints, okay, written in 1973. And, I have not read the book. What I like to do, especially, understanding your enemy, I do like reading their material, but I'm definitely going to check this book out because Huffington Post made that did that story last week about the book that Steve Bannon, one of his favorite books, Camp of the Saints, and it's a fantasy book about dark-skinned refugees trying to destroy the white race, right? And the refugees, if you will, which is black people, right? The guy who wrote the book made sure that the refugees, the black people, were subhuman, and all they ate was shit, feces. basically, and how they're trying to destroy the white race. So this is one of the go-to books by any white supremacist alt-right type of ideology. That's their go-to book, and Steve Bannon, of course, enjoys that book because he's part of that ideology, the alt-right, Breitbart, all that kind of stuff. Traditionalists, right, et cetera, et cetera. So, like I said, family, it's just the Trump administration. This has been, if any president in the history of the United States, this administration is by far the most dysfunctional, abhorrent display of a presidential administration, all right, since its inception. All right. And, I can basically say, I may be living through the heat of the moment because I wasn't obviously around when the first president was elected. I wasn't around in that time, but I've never seen anything like this, man. This is beyond abhorrent. Like, these people are just spewing out lies, and then they would turn around and say those are alternative facts. Right? I mean, just lie after lie after lie, spin after spin after spin, diversion after diversion after diversion. Man, I've never seen this before, man. But at the same time, you can't be surprised by white supremacy, man. You just can't. You have to know that they're chameleons. They change tactics, they change narratives on a day-to-day basis. So this is a new form right here. It continues to change, and you just have to adapt. That's what we have to do: adapt and understand. This is not only a covert war that we're up against, it's an overt war as well, because it's really no longer any kind of code speak. They just go out and say, or actually do and say things to further disenfranchise, marginalize, and subjugate people classified as black. So, and they do their best to get the Negro Project tactic by Margaret Sanger recruiting, coon Negroes who lack the confidence of understanding who they are as a person, as a black man, right? People with Stockholm syndrome, and people who just don't really understand and know or care about black society. They recruit those guys like a Dr. Ben Carson, et cetera, to be in their administration, to use as a tool, right? Just like Omarosa, to use you, just like those goddamn old ass niggas at those old ass HBCU presidents, who went to the White House to meet with Donald Trump, and they gained absolutely nothing, and they figured out, oh yeah, we got played. Of course you got played. I've been telling y'all that, man. Y'all need to watch my videos. I said that he's using y'all dudes, using you just for photo ops. That's it. That's all. That's it. It's a chess move. Okay? Donald Trump understands black people through media. That's it. And then, the guys that he meets, the black folks that he meets are more than likely celebrities, not your average Joe, not your, impoverished black person or a middle class black person. No, he meets mostly celebrities. So he learns through media and meeting celebrities. That's it. That's the only thing he knows. So, like I said, fam, it is what it is. Just Sean Spicer and Steve Bannon and the Trump apartheid neo-Nazi regime is the most abhorrent display of a presidential administration I've seen before in my life. This is just completely abhorrent. Like, seriously. It really is. Like, it's a complete joke. Okay? It really is a complete joke to defend and try to break down what wiretapping really is and what Donald Trump really meant. I mean, it's a joke. But anyway, family, those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below about that particular video I played about Sean Spicer breaking down wiretapping. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, family. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, family. Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.